The Ministry of Justice is moving with urgency to make Jamaica's criminal justice system more efficient and effective in supporting the efforts of law enforcement.
As part of this effort, Mr. Speaker, we will be increasing the number of courthouses, judges, and prosecutors, and expanding the opportunities for our citizens to access justice.
The civil courts in the Supreme Court East Building will be retrofitted to provide at least 8 courtrooms to try criminal cases. At the same time, the circuit sittings in rural parishes will be extended to at least 6 weeks in each parish to accommodate more cases. The Court of Appeal and Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions will also be expanded within the next 12 months. And a program will be implemented to reduce the time it takes for probates and divorce matters to be handled within the courts.
I have had discussion, Mr. Speaker, with the Chief Justice so we can put in place the necessary resources so that not only divorces but probates can be done within 3 months.
In addition,
I hope to put in place a cabinet submission to amend the Constitution to allow for us in Jamaica to employ judges who have passed the age of 70. All of these judges who have retired, they are now giving their expertise and skill to commissions, and also, Mr. Speaker, to overseas. Many of them are working in the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, Bahamas, Turks Islands. And I say, Mr. Speaker, we need to utilize that experience. We want to amend the Constitution to provide that for that opportunity and ability of the Chief Justice and the President to call and retired judges to serve as needed. And we hope, Mr. Speaker, that that will be done later this year, the latest next year.
the Ministry of Justice will be spearheading the review of the West Kingston Commission of Inquiry report, which was tabled in Parliament. The 3-member commission, chaired by retired Chief Justice of Barbados, Sir David Simmons, was convened to look into the conduct of the May 2010 police military operations in West Kingston. The commission recommended an apology to the residents, counseling for traumatized persons, compensation for victims, and a waiver of the limitation period to allow victims to pursue legal action. This fiscal year and going forward, government is determined to see restorative justice become a common process in the dispensation of justice, particularly in the parish courts.
The Ministry of Justice will be really ramping up a number of measures. Restorative justice. And restorative justice, Mr. Speaker, the bill will shortly come to Parliament. We're in the criminal courts. If we can get the offender to admit that he has committed the offense and the victim to forgive.
Training will be implemented to sensitize justices of the peace, parish court judges, and custodies on effective mediation practices.
And I've met with the custodies and the Governor General to urge the custodies to appoint more JPs and to find, Mr. Speaker, some of the really upright, decent citizens in our inner city communities. Because in many of these inner city and rural communities, the people cannot find JPs.
Work under the JUST project will also continue this fiscal year. The project involves the institutional strengthening of the Ministry of Justice and its agencies. This work will contribute directly to the hiring of case progression officers in the criminal courts. These case progression officers will have the mandate to help clear up old cases in the courts and ensure that all is set to proceed with the trial for new cases. The Ministry of Justice, laying the foundation for the establishment of a just and law-abiding society.